So what I'm going to show you in this video is how to route or how to send out previously completed Dogalog forms to either a T1 or a T2. So we're going to log into WiseMonkey, and I have to choose my correct role or my correct project. And here we've got my two roles. I can either be a data administrator or a project administrator, and it's the project administrator that we need for this job. So I'm going to click on that. Okay, now it's opening up my my sort of bower space, if you like, and the place I need to go is up here. It's called the activity types. So you click on there, and you're going to scroll down until you find Program Dharma Dog Status. And it's important that we choose Dog Status, even though we're sending out a Dogalog. It's the rule about which Dogalog to send out is activated when a Dog Status arrives into WiseMonkey. So we open it up and we can see all these tabs along the top, and you're going to go to this one, Mobile Auto Route Rules, which sounds a little strange, doesn't it? What we're building here is a rule for when a Dogalog is routed out or pushed out or sent out to a mobile device. Let's open up that tab. Now there's a couple of rules in here already. These are rules that John has set up when he's been testing this system. And what we're going to do is we're going to copy one of those, Control C, and we're going to, or you can right click and copy, and what we're going to do is create a new Device Magic Auto Route rule. Okay, so we don't need to put anything here or here. What we need to do is to start to fill in this rule. Route when, only when. We're going to right click and paste. Here we go. And here is our rule. And at the moment it's saying that whenever the banjar is equal to number 7, send out the Dogalog. Okay, so just to explain a little bit more, this is obviously dog status. It says up here we're working the dog status. Anytime a dog status arrives into WiseMonkey, it's going to look at that dog status and the associated Dogalog, and if the banjar is equal to number 7, it's going to send that out to whoever I choose from this drop down list. So this is your destination, who it's going to go to. We click on here and I'm going to choose me. So now what it's saying is every time a dog status arrives into WiseMonkey, it's going to check which banjar it came from, and if it's banjar number 7, it's going to send it to me. The rest of the rule just says that the owned dog has left the household has to be false for it to send out the Dogalog. So if I fill out a dog status and say, oh, the owned dog has left the household, it's no longer there, then this statement would be true, and it would not send out the Dogalog. So it just means that the only dogs that are sent to my device are those dogs that have not left the household. So owned dog has left the household is false. Now I'm actually going to change this banjar number, so I'm going to open up this Excel file, and this is called Banjars April 2017. It gives all the banjars here, which data they're in, and importantly this number in WiseMonkey. So I've created some test Dogalogs for this particular banjar, and this is banjar number 9. So I'm going to go back to WiseMonkey and I'm going to change this number. So I'm going to delete the 7, banjar number 9. So now this rule says anytime a dog status arrives in WiseMonkey, send out the associated Dogalog, which is just the Dogalog. It's the only thing it will send out. When the banjar is equal to number 9, and send that to me. Okay, so just scroll down a bit and click save. And that's it, that rule is now created. Now any Dogalog in banjar number 9 is going to be sent to me. Now if at any point you want to change the destination, the best thing to do is to click delete here. Delete, and yes, I'm sure, delete. And once you've deleted that, it means it will recall any Dogalogs that were previously sent out to me, to that person that you've just deleted. Okay, so as soon as their Device Magic app is online, as soon as their tablet is online and Device Magic is open, it will then recall all of those previously sent out Dogalogs, and then you can send them to someone different. So that will work, for example, if you change T2, or if the T2 goes on holiday for a couple of weeks and the T1 is taking over. It gives you the chance to recall all the dogs and send them out to someone else. So let's do that process one more time. Create new device magic rule. Click only when. I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste all of that code that I copied from the other rule. I'm going to change that to be banjar number 9. So I only get dogs from banjar number 9. The destination is going to be me. I'm going to click save. That rule is now set up. And now what we should see on my tablet is that all of the dogs from banjar number 9 get sent to my tablet. Okay, that's it. So what I want to show you here is how Device Magic, the updated app, is looking on your tablet. So we're going to open up the Forms, Device Magic Forms app, and see how it looks. Now there's a few differences with this app now. You'll see at the bottom we have 4 tabs. We've got All, Dispatches, Drafts and Submissions. And so All is basically all of your forms. So at the very top here you'll have both Attitude Survey and Dogalog. You'll see I've got quite a few more other forms from other locations. If you scroll down you'll start to then see this thing called Dispatches. But instead of looking at it here, it's probably easier to look at it in the tab. So scroll down to the bottom and then click the tab Dispatches. Now when it says Dispatches, what it means is the dogs that have been routed to you according to the rules that we've just created in Wise Monkey. Okay, so we've just in Wise Monkey said that any Dogalog, any dog that lives in banjar number 9, which is Angar Kasi, that should be routed or sent to me, sent to Ellie. So here are my 5 dogs from Angar Kasi. Now note that these are the dogs that have been recorded to still be in the household. If a dog is recorded to have left a household, then it will not appear in here. It will just be on Wise Monkey. So I know I now have 5 dogs in my banjar that have not left the household, and I may want to revisit them. So let's now open up the last one here and have a look at how it looks in this new version of Wise Monkey. So remember, this is just the Dogalog form, and it shows you all the information you collected about this dog when you first saw it. So this is its Dogalog information. It gives you the date, who recorded it. It also shows you the image, so you can tap to view. There's an image of the dog, which is me for this one because it's a test one, and click back, and that's going to help you make sure that you've got the right dog in front of you. It gives you information that you recorded about the dog, and if you scroll right down to the bottom, what you see at the top of the form right now is most recent vaccination date, copied from dog status, vax date dog status field. What that means is that is the date that you entered the last time you saw this dog in its dog status to say when it was last vaccinated. So that's its most recent vaccination date according to your record. You might want to use that in a second. So you can see this information is sort of in grey text, which means that you can't change any of this. This Dogalog is set. If you want to change something in the Dogalog, you have to do that via Wise Monkey. But what you can do is add a dog status at the bottom here. So you're going to click Add Item and Edit. Okay, and here's its dog status. So we're revisiting a dog, and we start to fill in the information related to that revisit. So we fill in the date, we fill in who we are. I'm going to be Rama for this experiment, and then we can start to answer these questions. So not sterilised, not requesting that. Oh, running out of batteries. Better go quicker. And it's also got this bit about, has the dog been vaccinated? And you know, okay, it has been vaccinated. Next question, has the dog been vaccinated since I last visited? Well, if you've forgotten the date, you can click the back arrow in the top left and go back, and now you can see 5th of Jan 2017. That's the date that we had when we last visited this dog. So now you can click again on the dog status to re-edit it. So I'm just clicking on that, the blue text down here. It opens it back up. And so we can say, no, it has been vaccinated, but not since January. So I'm going to say, no, it hasn't. Very important question here. Has the owned dog left the household? I'm going to say, no, it hasn't. If you said yes, that would be pretty much the end of the form, and you would just click back and submit, and then that would be it. This dog would then go into Wise Monkey and it would not bounce back to the tablet. But because I've said no, it should bounce back. There's also another sort of additional option that we have here, which we haven't had previously, which is about being able to take a replacement photo. So if you didn't like the photo you've already got for this dog, you could take another one. So you click upload image, and let's select camera, and we will take this photo here just of my laptop. There we go, and tick. And then when we submit this dog status form, this little photo here is going to replace the photo in the Dogalog. So if you don't like the photo that you had, you can replace it if it wasn't clear enough. Just do that again. You can very easily discard that one with the message in the top right, and take it again. Take your camera. I'll just take a picture out of my office window. There we go. Click tick, and that photo is now going to go into the Dogalog. So next time this dog gets sent to the tablet, it will have this photo instead. Okay, so we're going to click the back button at the top left here, not the big back button down the bottom, but the one in the top left next to the term Dogalog. So we can click go back to Dogalog, and now we're going to submit this one. So we're going to click the little blue arrow, sorry, the blue tick in the bottom right hand corner. Tick, submit form, submit, and off it goes. And you see that it's now opened in this submissions tab, and this just gives you a record of all of the dogs that you have previously submitted. And so basically that's now bounced off to Wise Monkey, and because the dog is still in the household, it should bounce back to our dispatches list. But you're going to need to give this probably about 5 minutes to allow it to bounce back, because it needs to go to Wise Monkey and back to your tablet, and that may take up to 5 minutes. So you'll have to make sure that they've got Wi-Fi long enough to make those submissions, and then whichever dogs need to will bounce straight back onto the tablet. So I want to show you just one more thing on Device Magic, and that's about the downloading of these dispatches or routed forms, these sent dogs. So I'm going to put my tablet onto Wi-Fi, and then the 5 forms from the banjar number 9 are going to appear onto my tablet. Okay, so we go onto Wi-Fi. And if the forms don't immediately appear, you can drag down from the top of the screen to create a sync with server, or you can use the menu in the top right. Oh, here they come. And now you can see the dogs appearing. You see how it's taking about 2 seconds per dog to appear on the tablet. Okay, so now we've got all of the dogs from Angar Kasi on my tablet. Now, obviously, if you have a banjar with more dogs, it's going to take a little bit longer for all those dogs to appear. So you need to make sure you've got your Wi-Fi access for long enough. Okay, now if we close the app by using the home button, then the app is not completely closed. It's basically just put into the background. So if we use the sort of double square button down in the bottom right here, we can see that it's active in the background, and we can tap on that and we can see that the dogs are still there. So basically the information is cached in the app. And a different way of doing that is clicking the home button and then opening the app from the screen here. So clicking the app icon, and it will reopen the form. We go back to dispatches and they're all still there. However, if we close the app completely, you'll see something different happen. So again, we're going to just use these double square icon down the bottom here, and then we're going to click close. Okay, so now the app is completely closed, and this is what would happen if you switched off the tablet or it ran out of batteries. So now we're going to open up the app again from the home screen, go to dispatches, and what we can see is that these dogs are having to sort of be downloaded again. So this is the challenge. Basically what we need to do is is the T2s are going to need to keep their tablet on, not switch it off and not close the app. They can click the power button once for the screen to go black, and then the tablet goes into sleep mode, but they need to make sure that it doesn't run out of batteries at that time as well. And so long as the tablet doesn't get completely switched off, it doesn't run out of batteries, and they don't actually close the app completely, they can click the home button. That's absolutely fine, because that just means that the app is in the background, but they need to not close the app. Otherwise, they're going to need Wi-Fi again to re-download all of those dogs. Okay, and that's that.